This is a very exciting topic, and it is a real educational topic, or in many cases, it could even be an informative video. And I wanted to spend the time on this so I can share the value of this video. And I'm going to tell you why. So before you sign anything, run these 5 tests. And we're talking specifically here when you are actually looking to hire a coach. So by knowing this, it's going to save you money, months, and migraines. So you hire a great coach, not a fraud. I call them fraud because they leap from one thing to another and they leave clues. And the frog for me is equivalent to a fraud coach. This is what we're going to cover in this particular video. So let's go. The 5 quick tests that you want to run. Number 1, clarity of path. What does that mean? Well, a great coach shows you how you will win. It's important that that great coach invites you to discover the reason why do you think what you are doing is something that makes sense for you. The average one is just a talker. They talk a lot. They actually do not listen. It's almost this egocentrism that is around them. But they also have a fuzzy plan. So if they have a fuzzy plan, they don't have clarity. And without clarity, it's almost impossible to help you to clear your own fog. So you clear your own fog by having that great coach that will give you access to clarity by asking you the right questions that will make you think and will invite you, and not only invite you, but sometimes to really encourage you to take action. And my favorite one, my word, right? That I say favorite one because the market is so cluttered today that I call them frogs. So the frog is just buzz the words, no path. The next one is about proof of outcomes. So what does that mean? The great coach has real case studies. Which that means is that he has done the work, he has shown results. The average one is vague. It's just someone that he would say, clients love me, but that doesn't mean anything. And the frog, of course, he may have a lot of testimonials. The question is, are they real? Because today in age, right? It's like with AI, you also can use the tool or misuse that tool. And there are so many experts of knowing how to misuse that tool that sometimes you never know if you're talking to someone that is really a great coach. And also you will know that because there's no specifics. Now, aligned expertise. But let's define what does that means. The great coach has done what you are doing, what you want to do, what you're aiming at. Or maybe they have built it with others. So that's where you want to have a great coach. The average one is very broad. It will tell you, I help everyone. What does that mean? Because here is something very interesting: the difference between a coach and a mentor. So, a mentor really knows a specific thing because they have done it, or they are still doing it, and they know the ins and out of that specifically area where you want to be coached. That's the mentor. The coach may know of different areas, but he is not vague, and he can give you clarity and direction from where you are to where you want to be. So, in other words, will help you to cross the bridge. And this thing about I help everyone is in quotations. Okay, like, what does that mean? Ask yourself that question. Now, the frog, it borrows credibility. Now, the accountability system. So the great coach calls, right? They have calls either by Zoom or by phone or by Zoom with the camera off, because this is confidential. So this is something very important, that if it's going to be a one-on-one, it's going to be clearly confidential. And even if it's a group coaching, it's going to be confidential within that group, so everybody feels comfortable of sharing. So they also may give you some notes that they are taking and they will share with you, right? They will give you maybe some recommendations of books. And a great coach will ask you, so what did you do and where you are right now from our last conversation? Not in those words necessarily, but there's a follow up. They remember the previous conversation and they will create a summary to enter into the new conversation of the week, right? And every time that you talk to that coach, then he will recall what were the tasks that you are supposed to implement, and is there anything where both of you can see progress. And again, that is towards your benefit. There's also something that is important, where if it's not a match, a great coach will tell you. He will spell it out, or she will spell it out, because see, time is one of the things that we cannot borrow. And we don't want you to waste time. And neither do we want to waste time. The average coach, he might say, DM me if you need me. Now, let me tell you something. This is something like, it's kind of in the air. What does exactly it means? It's very vague. But the great coach, he will have a structure for you. And he will have very clear directions of when and how you can reach that coach. Now, the fraud, it will disappear after payment. That is the scary part. With a contract or without a contract, they can either disappear or they can simply show up, but you are not gaining absolutely any results, zero results. The last one is ethics and fit. So the great coach has a clear contract. And this is something depending on each coach, depending on the value of the coaching sessions. But also, they might have a refund policy, they might have a no refund policy, and also they won't really have this feeling that they are pressuring you. You have to do your homework and your research. So then you can ultimately choose the great coach. Ask all questions. The average one may be pushy. They might give you discounts. So they might have an offer that is so confusing that they will throw you, oh, you can do this, or you can do that, or you can do this, but they also have that. And you will be totally puzzled. Like, wait a second. It's almost like they're throwing to you so many, balls that you cannot even catch all of them. And everything really is unclear. And the frog has urgency to close the sale. That's why I thought that this would be a very interesting, informative, and educational video for you. So until the next one, you know what to do. If you know someone that needs to hear this, please share this video. And if you like this video, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.